Ross, I think the word is frustrated today. Um, a game where we've been narrowly beaten and worked really hard, but it's probably a game that has hinged on one decision. The handball by Cooper. Now everyone has seen it hit his hand. I think he's handled it deliberately because he's taken a bad touch with his thigh and he's handballed it. Very similar to a red card received a week ago, which did result in a red card. And it's a game that, well, it's a decision that could have completely changed the game. It has to be said. I have to ask you about this, but I think the underlying thing is we need a bit of clarity. Is that something you agree with?
Yeah, we've just asked about the rules to the ref. Um, Without going too much into it, I've got to be careful what I say. Consistency, really important. Um, yeah, last man's come off his arm. I think everyone's admitted that. The referees have all admitted that it come off his arm or hand. For me, yeah, I think everyone knows what I think. So last week we got done with Byron. Ham was in a natural position. He's come off his shoulder. He's got a red card and a penalty against us. Today, goalie handles it outside the box. Deliberate action to go and control it. Probably messes up, skidded a bounce, and maybe some pressure for our centre forward. Hits his arm, but now it isn't a red card or a free kick at least. So we've asked for the clarity. We had a little bit of clarity, but for me, it still doesn't make sense. So frustrating. It's a game-changing moment. If that happens, it changed our game certainly last week with a red card and a penalty. So today would a game change the game as well. So yeah, really frustrated. But putting the, sort of the decision aside, first half we weren't at it. But that's a game-changing moment. That really then sparks into life. Second half we were better. We put more pressure onto them. Yeah, we took our goal well. To be fair, thought it was a well-worked goal. But yeah, I think these decisions at the moment, yeah, they're killing us slightly.
Just things aren't really going our way at the moment. I think is the way to say that. But let's move on to the game. Like you said, perhaps gave him a little bit too much respect in the first half, but defensively strong right up until the 29th minute, I think it was, where, to be fair to Luke Brennan, he's killed an absolutely brilliant
Mm.
uh, goal into the goal.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the first half? Because it seemed as though you said something at half time that sprung them into action.
Yeah, we knew he was going to do that. He's right. He playing on the left. He cuts inside. He links play. He crosses. He finds passes. He shoots. Didn't stop it. Came in and to be fair to him, he's hit a nice shot. Was right behind it. But we knew he was going to do that. So that was disappointing, but with good reaction. Yeah, second half, half time, we had to say a few things in there. It weren't good enough. We looked a little bit off it. We lost the midfield battle, I thought, today. Second balls, we lost that, and we're very good at that normally. But we lost a lot of first contacts and second balls, and they regained it and kept the pressure on. 1v1 defending in wide areas at times wasn't good enough. Quality in wide areas wasn't good enough at times, but there's a few performances in there that I was okay with, without naming them. I think they kept on going. They put themselves about. They kept leading, kept doing the right things. But we looked a little bit off it today. We probably had 3 or 4 players slightly underachieving, underperforming, and in a very small, light, youthful squad, that hurts at times. But again, those moments, those decisions, we need to watch the video back when we get on the coach about that decision and see how it actually looked. But good character second half after a few words in there to come out and try and change the game, and I thought we did that. So we can't start slow. We started really well at times this season, and we had a good performance against Alfreton. Maybe the boys thought it was going to be another Alfreton game, whereas us in possession and us stroking it around. But I thought we lost a battle today, which is very unlike us. We've been very good with that. So things we've got to look at. But I thought we lost a few individual battles and unit battles over the pitch today. But second half, much better. But again, it's that sort of talking point, that decision again, similar to Byron last week. It's sort of everything gets clouded after that decision. So we'll get on the bus, we'll have a look at it, and we'll go from there.
Fingers crossed it, tilts in our way, all these right decisions, they say what goes around comes around, not quite sure it is. But second half, like you said, much better. I mean, right at the end, you had Isaac Westendorf. I'm going to name him again. He was absolutely superb, chasing after every ball, as were the front four, if you like. And they knew they were in a game, Buxton, though, in the second half. I mean, right at the end, I think after bullying the defenders, you got them screaming in the face, celebrating overly at the end as well, because they knew they'd been in a game. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah, I thought Isaac was good, considering he wasn't meant to be playing probably this morning. He sort of got on with it. He's had to shrug whatever pain he's got out of his system, and perform. And I thought himself, I thought Josh Parker put himself around, I thought Ashby put himself around, Tom Scott was getting on the end of things. I thought George was brilliant again today. I thought Darnell was good. I thought Sam was good. We had a couple underperformers. The boys know that. But it's really important we pick apart the second half because we turn up. So we'll look at it as coaches to see what the first half and why we started so slow, why we lost that midfield battle, because I believe we did. I thought the second balls in there they were picking a lot more up. And when you lose that against a good footballing team, you then on the back foot. So yeah, it's a frustrating one because we're looking at a decision. We could do more as a team first half. That decision might change things. It definitely changed our game last week. And then, yeah, the second goal I didn't really actually have a view was making 2 subs just before that went in because we knew we had to freshen things up. So we had young Braden Daniel coming on and we had young Charlie Bacon coming on. Charlie's not really trained with us either, and he's been on loan, playing some games a few divisions below, and he's had to come on today. And was making that sub for that reason of getting some fresh legs on, and then they score. So that deflates us slightly. But yeah, disappointed first half, but we make our own luck, but sometimes you do need a little bit. So yeah, a little bit, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about those 2 subs. I mean, Braden Daniel coming in again, doing well. Charlie Bacon almost scored. I mean, he had a good shot. I think it would have been quite something special to have scored, but he came close. Gave us a bit more energy, a bit more freshness, and those 2 academy graduates. I mean, including Latrell Humphrey-Ewers, who's slightly older, but these young lads, when they're coming up to the plate, they're giving plenty of promise.
Yeah, they've got so much to learn, so much about body language and faces, maybe not in the team or not getting picked. They're young, they still need to learn, they still need to stay hungry, grounded, learn from these experiences. So yeah, we're asking a lot from our senior ones at the moment to keep on churning out results and keep performing. But yeah, I thought we underachieved first half. I'm usually quite honest, and I think that's a real honest reflection. The boys know it. Second half we were better, we performed a lot better, we were more front-footed and put more pressure on them, a bit more physical. And we played backwards too much first half. In the second half, we actually got the ball, play forward, got half turn, play forward, and get a goal from it. So yeah, a little bit of that crept in, but I think the talking point was that sort of decision, and rightly so. But yeah, it's sort of out of our control now.
Bounce back on Tuesday against Alfreton. We'll have to bounce back with a break from the league, FA Cup. Now Westbury are our opponents. We're travelling there. They are going to be well up for it. It's a competition that every single non-league team wants to do well. They're dreaming. Time to take our frustrations out on them, maybe.
Yeah, the boys got to go again. Yeah, we're not rotating things too much. We can't really rotate too much.
That's what I was going to say. I don't think you can rotate.
So yeah, the boys got to go again. You got to show maturity. You got to shake it off, dust it off. It hurts. It hurts everyone. But yeah, first half, I'll be the first to say I didn't think it looked like us based on the Alfreton performance. Certain individuals played really well against Alfreton, but we looked off it today first half. So maybe there's a bit of a hangover that we looked maybe good last week. Maybe we're just going to try and replicate it again. But yeah, we lost the first half battle, and I'm really disappointed with that because I think we've done really well pre-season to talk about that and to address it, and we've done really well so far with that. So yeah, mixed emotions, I would say. But we now get on a bus, we analyse the performance of every player, we analyse the team, the decisions, obviously, and then we've got to go again because that's our job to go again.
Ross, thanks very much, mate.
Cheers.